Hey y'all, it's the Feral Misses. I am playing Asterix and Obelix XXL3, the Crystal Menhir. I have actually never played this. I do love the Asterix and Obelix series though. I was playing it when I was a child, and now as an adult I find even more love in it. Again, I have never played this one, so this is totally new for me too. So let's have some fun and see what this game's about. So for those that don't know, Asterix and Obelix is a Roman themed game. With gladiators and different things. Asterix and Obelix are a pair. I can't recall if they're brothers or if they're best friends. But one is the brute and the other one is not.
Gaul is entirely occupied by the Romans. Entirely? Not quite. One small village of indomitable Gauls still holds out against the invaders. And since it's a glorious day, let's go and pay them a visit. Here's Chief Vital Statistics, minus his usual bearers. Cacophonix the Bard is busy composing the kind of ballad his mother once softly sang to him. And Getafix the Druid is feeding his doves. It's a picture-perfect day. The cloudless sky shows no sign of the terrible events brewing on the horizon, the trials and tribulations that yet again await our friends, Asterix and Obelix, the two most valiant warriors in the village. And where are our heroes exactly?
Garum lupus.
There's no need for language like that.
No, Obelix. Garum is a condiment, and lupus is the name of the manufacturer. Right, let's head back to the village and see how Getafix the Druid is doing.
Our druid walks much straighter since he stopped falling out of trees.
Or getting crushed by menhirs. Isn't that right, Obelix?
I guess I've been pronouncing it wrong. It's Obelix, not Obelix. Hee, I can beat the chickies. There's stuff up there, I think. Oops. Hey, there's got to be something else I need to do. Ah.
Asterix, I'm hungry.
Obelix, do you ever think of anything else?
Ooh, it works in this game too. So when you go after these guys, you get health. Hey, go away. Thank you. Have around and find out.
Hail, Get-a-Fix, dear druid.
Hello, my friends. And how was the hunt this morning?
That's just the thing, Get-a-Fix. I've been feeling a little weak lately. I could do with a boost.
Obelix, I don't know if I've already told you this, but I can't give you any magic potion. You fell into some when you were little and...
Thief! Thief! Look, it's Postal Districts, the postman.
What's wrong, Postal Districts?
In the forest! Somebody stole my bag in the forest, and it had the entire village's post in it.
Letter thieves? That's got the Roman stamp all over it.
Why would the Romans want to steal our post, Obelix? Don't talk rubbish.
Those Romans want us dispatched. Plus, they always follow orders to the letter. If that's not proof, I don't know what is.
It felt like the sky was falling on my head. I fainted, and when I woke up, I was sitting against a tree.
Sorry, but what you're describing sounds like sleeping on the job, Postal Districts.
I'm serious! I was attacked. My head's still spinning.
This post-pinching story is very odd. Asterix, Obelix, go and have a wander around the forest and see what you can find.
Right. Always watch out for these little things that are hidden. They get you extra points at some point. Run, chicky, chicky, run.
Master Obelix.
I like to take my time.
Ooh, that one has a... looks like a laurel in it. Let's try this again. Whoops. What the heck here? Rude. Why is this not working? What the? I'm not liking this. There we go. Apparently I can't jump up there.
Over to you, Obelix.
Well, that's just rude. I can't get it. Okay, I give up trying to get that one.
Do you think we'll come across any Romans, Obelix?
Oh yes, it's Roman season in the forest this time of year.
Brr. Go away. Nobody likes you. Come here. Let's get it all over
No doubt
with.
about it. There's boar in the air.
Shit, there's boar in the air. I love the sound they make. Take that. You get over here, leave my friend alone. Ow. Hey.
Asterix, come and see. Dogmatix has found something.
Look, there are bits of marble. It's Postal District's post. They seem to be leading to the Compendium camp.
Wait for me here, Asterix. I'll go and fetch the post. I won't be long.
Hang on, Obelix. What if we tried asking the Romans politely for once? When we arrive at the camp, we could try knocking beforehand.
That's what I was planning to do, Asterix. As soon as I arrive, I'll knock the guard down before heading in. I'm not sure that counts as being polite, but if you say so. Goody, 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 Romans!
Come here. There's more of ya. Get over here. I'll whoop you. What's that old meme? Catch me outside? Where the heck are you guys coming from? Ah! Hey you, come here.
That's what I call a good fight.
Dogmatix, do you smell what I smell? Smells like boar.
Those two bullies are here! Help me!
I'm the bully? Really? Pretty sure you're the one that has a weapon. Stop playing the victim card. It doesn't do you any favors.
Quick, let's not waste any time.
I'm in the mood for making Romans squeal. No doubt about it, there's boar in the air.
Petit bonhomme. It's a fun word to say. Hey, that's not nice. You're gonna make me work through this maze, aren't ya?
They all are here!
Look what I can do. feel like I can go up here. Ooh.
The goals! I sound the alarm!
Alright, the rest of you, let's go. That's not nice. I don't know what that is or how to get it. So. I wonder if he can jump. Nope.
Over to
Alright.
you, Asterix.
Okay, I don't know. Alright, all of you, come on out now. Thank you. Pansies. Ah, right here. Obelix, you could help. Wait a minute. Hold up. You guys make funny noises. Aha! Ooh, okay then. Hi, humans! Ooh, stop blowing that horn. Come here, your turn. Gonna kick your butts. Alright, y'all. Let's do this. Stop with that horn. Uh-oh. I am low on life. Uh-oh. No, I died, I think. Yep.
The goal are here!
The goals! I Sangara!
You and that horn. I don't like any of you with the horns, so here. Deal with it. Come on out. They cry. It's hilarious. That didn't work. There's gotta be a way to get that dice. That was close. Let's see here. Got it! Wahahaha. Alright. I'm gonna shove those spears up your asses. Come here. Your turn too. Come on out. Hey, stop shooting at me. Knock knock. Leave my friend alone. Both of you. Stop. Knock you knock. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. I love it when you cry. Alright, I need to leave those there. So I can do that. Alright, how do I get up there now? Mer. Oh, I don't think so. Apparently, I cannot go backwards. Okay. Where are you blowing your horn from? Oi. I don't want you to do anything stupid now. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow this tent down. Shut up. I've had enough of you. No, shut up.
Mission accomplished, Obelix. We've got the post. Now we can head back to the village.
Did you see that, Asterix? I politely knocked the Romans down, and they all told me where they'd hidden the post. You were right. All we had to do was ask nicely.
But we still don't know why the Romans stole the post bag in the first place. It doesn't bode well. Plus, I don't know if you noticed, Obelix, but the Romans have added even more legionary posts than before.
So they've increased the posts, but hidden the letters. These Romans are crazy. I won. It's payback time.
My bag! Here, get a fix. There's something for you.
Incredible. A
Can you
message
imagine
from
carrying
Avina.
around that?
Avina Gandia.
Is that a friend of yours, Getafix?
Yes, Avina Gandia is the high priestess of a land far, far away. The island of Thule. We met a very long time ago in Barcina, in Hispania. We were exchange students in Iberia. Back then in the good old days, my friend, the druid Ipfix, introduced us.
IP fix.
Avina, she was so... How can I explain it? She was just...
We get the idea. So what does Avina Gandir want from you after all these years?
Hang on a bit. Let's see. By Tutatis, Avina, she needs help. She's in danger. She's worried the Romans will kidnap her.
That's why the Romans stole my post. They wanted to make sure you didn't get the call for help, get a fix.
Yes, we should help her. But how do we track her down? She's probably already being held captive by the Romans by now. She could be imprisoned anywhere in the Empire.
Don't worry, friends. We'll find Avina using the Snuffle Helga Yokel.
The what?
Isn't that the thing we ate in Belgium? With the Menhir?
The Snuffle Helga Yokel is Avina's sacred rock. The one and only thing capable of showing us the way. To understand, dear friends, I need to tell you the story of the Snuffle Helga Yokel.
Let's skip this.
No, Get-A-Fix. You absolutely cannot set off on another adventure.
Chief Vital Statistics is right. Menhir carrying is a professional trade, not something just anyone can do.
But vital statistics. Avina is being kept hostage somewhere. I must find her.
No! The last time you left the village to find someone to replace you, it was a disaster.
Obelix and I will make the journey. We promise to do everything we can to help your friends, Getafix.
Thank you, dear friends. I'll stay in the village whilst you're away.
Yes, exactly. Perfect.
Especially as I need to get working on building up our magic potion supply.
Get-A-Fix on half of the entire village.
Alright, let's skip this too. Whew. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Buckle up.
We can't go that way.
Oh, why not? We going to the beach? I hear seagulls and all I want to do is mine, 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 mine.
Oh! Oh, I'm soaked through now.
Apparently he can't swim. That's hilarious.
Greetings, economic crisis. Obelix and I need to get
Economic
a faraway
crisis.
fool, and we need your boat.
Impossible, Gaul. My boat cannot move from here.
Why? Don't you have a crew? Obelix and I can...
No, I've lost my boat license. Aquarium's legionaries confiscated it, supposedly because I docked up on their beach. Privatizing the beaches. It's a sad state of affairs, I tell you.
I see. Don't worry, economic crisis. We'll go and get your license back from the aquarium camp.
We'll be really polite about it too, won't we, Asterix?
Really? You can do that? If you succeed, I'll repay you with 10 or 8. Make it 4 free trips.
Deal, economic crisis. Wait for us here. We won't be long.
Ouch.
Magix, do you smell what I smell? Smells like boar.
Haha! Oh no, I did. Alright guys, so I'm gonna call it a game here. I kinda like this. We'll have to play it more. For those of you that have watched before, yes, I know I've played other games. I am choosing to take a break from them because they didn't get a whole lot of views, so I'm trying to find a game that does. If that makes any sense. Ah. Hey you. How do I get up there? I'm gonna die. Alright guys, so I will catch you in the next broadcast. If you liked it, like and subscribe, and I hope you all have a good day.